Hey everyone, welcome back to the second Semifinals episode of Voice Personality Hunt 2020. My name is Veronica, a Year 3 host with SMU BE's Artist Management team. Having taken part in last year's VPH, I'm delighted to see what happens next. If you haven't watched the previous episode, you can check it out in our YouTube channel. As a recap, our contestants have already been sorted into teams chosen by their mentors, and in this round, they have to host a live podcast in pairs while interviewing a very special guest. They have also gone through their second masterclass with the very talented Jacqueline Chow, who is also a trainer with SMU BE. For the semi-finals round, we have 3 judges. Our first judge is Jeremy Yeo, a professional MC and voiceover talent. He has been in the events industry for over a decade and is always looking for opportunities to improve himself. Recently, he has emerged into a new normal, doing more on-screen work and virtual events. Our second judge is Charlene Lim, a bilingual radio DJ and professional MC. Charlene is able to appropriately use her radio voice to connect with all target audiences while delivering her client's message. Having studied higher Chinese in schools, it adds another dimension to her skills by being able to connect using specific vocabulary. Her wealth of experience hosting many prestigious events from product launches to major awards presentation galas equips her with a unique charm that allows her to mesmerize crowds. Our third judge is Lee Ching Hong, a bilingual events and radio presenter who radiates fun and energy. He anchors the Saturday morning program at Singapore Press Holdings Chinese Radio UFM 103. He has hosted a plethora of events, some of which have esteemed guests of honor such as Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and President Halimah Yacob, among many others. Currently, he is also a host on A Journal, an entertainment live stream that hosts weekly games with many prizes to be won. With that, let us take a look at Team Jia Ze, consisting of Lorena and Joseph, as well as Sammy and Min-Yuan. Their theme is pop culture, which is about, well, pop culture. They will be interviewing Buns, a singer-songwriter with a strong passion for music, as well as Rea Kami, a popular cosplayer. But before we get into the task, let us look at how Team Jia Ze prepared for the semi-finals.
There's a note lah.
He just posted or the Love Spark.
Wants to start out in cosplay, they may want to hear advice from someone who has done cosplay for a long time. Yeah. We also have like a few questions on the side just in case she doesn't talk much. So we have like a few questions like, oh, so what do you like to do in your free time? We know that she likes to stream gaming on Twitch.
Alright, seems like our contestants are ready. May we introduce our first pair of the episode, Lorena and Joseph.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Pop Culture. I'm your host Lorena, and with me today is my amazing co-host Joseph.
Hey, hello, what's up?
So in this episode, we're going to tell you about an extremely talented actor, singer, musician, and host.
Yo, that's pretty cool, man. Who is he?
He's none other than Bunz. Bunz is represented by Fly Entertainment. He's an alumni from Singapore Polytechnic and National University of Singapore. He's a singer and songwriter. He's very skilled and plays many musical instruments like keyboard and guitar.
Hey, you know right, I hear that he can even beatbox some more. He released his own covers on multiple social media platforms and he's gained more than 2 million views within a month for the first work that he produced. You know that he even performed a musical piece, As Long As You're Mine, from the musical Wicked with Elphaba and Jacqueline Hughes?
Wow, he's so brilliant! I heard that Bunz also took his musical talents to the stage once again as he enticed a strong audience of Remix Girl Thai 2020 with a performance together with the cast of A Boys to Men.
Wow, together with Our Boys to Men, that sounds exciting. I wish I was there to watch the performance as well.
Yes, I wish I had the opportunity to listen to his amazing vocals. I heard that he's also very active in dancing and acting. He even won the Good Champion for Singapore Pop Culture Dance Competition. He also participated in various MediaCorp dramas. Some dramas include Dream Job, Mata Mata 3, The Dreammakers 2, and many more. Sounds familiar?
Yeah, man, I think I've caught Mata Mata 3 somewhere on television before. You know, I think he's also starred in The Driver, which premiered on Toggle in 2019. Were you able to catch So Bright musical? Because Buns played a leading role in that series.
Yes, I did. The songs were awesome, and the story was so inspirational about chasing dreams. I kept laughing at some scenes because they were so hilarious. Oh, yeah, he also acted in Kidnapped.
Yo, I heard that's a pretty good thriller show.
What other movies did he act in?
Oh man, I know for a start, he acted in Lion Man and then also the Our Boys the Three Frogmen version. So that's pretty cool.
Oh my, all that talk about him. It's time we should welcome him on the show because I can't wait to meet him in person.
All right. So, Buns, are you on? Okay, we seem to have a few technical difficulties. In the meantime, um, let's talk about Buns a bit more. All right. So he starred in a lot of TV shows, mine, like a lot. So he's been around. Have you seen do you see his face sometimes when you like Lorena, when you walk past like the hawker center and you see the television, do you see him? Because I do, like sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I do as well. I think he's really talented. Also, I remember that he worked on this podcast called Love Lamarck. And it was a very cute story about him and his wife.
Oh, that was during the COVID breakup period, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
that's
hi,
exciting.
I'm here.
Hey, Buns, hello.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
what's up, everybody? Hi. Sorry, I'm
Hello.
late.
It's fine, no worries. We are really excited for you to be on here with us. It's a bit of an honor. So tell us, how are you doing? Have you been working on anything new recently, especially with like this COVID crisis?
Actually, we are actually currently producing a variety show called Our Boys No Limit.
No.
Our
Yeah,
boys
so
no
during the
limit.
whole, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Sounds interesting.
Does it have to do with the Our Boys to Men series?
It doesn't have to do with the Our Boys to Men series, but it has to do with the Our Boys to Men cast.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you're getting like the old gang back together again, lah.
Yeah. We're getting the old gang back together. We're trying to do something different for the Singapore media industry. It's a variety show. I feel it's one of a kind that has not been done before, and it'll be out pretty soon. I think somewhere in October.
Wow. So you guys are going to be recording it via your own personal cameras, or do you guys have a set, with the COVID?
We actually finished filming this last month. We had a set. Yeah, we filmed. Actually, we started filming from the beginning of the year, but when COVID came, we have to put a stop to all the production, and we only resumed in June, I think. Then we wrapped it up in August. No, sorry, we wrapped it up in July. Yeah, so only recently we wrapped it up. Yeah, now we're in post.
Wow. Okay, I see. So was it fun to work with your fellow actors again from Our Boys to Men 3?
Yeah, it feels more like a reunion, man. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's good to have all the friends back on set. And, in front of the screen, back of the screen. We're the old gang now, basically. Yeah, feels really good.
Is it going to premiere in cinemas or Toggle?
It's gonna be on a new platform that MM2 is launching. That I think previously they have announced it. It's called M Play. So keep an eye out for that.
Oh, okay.
It sounded more like a promotion, Let's not do that.
Hey man, we're excited to see what comes up for you in future.
Cool.
So definitely watch it. So like you start in the show So Bright too, like you see from your background. So how was your experience in So Bright 2 different from So Bright 1?
Actually, for So Bright 2, both musical series, it is produced by our company, which is me and my partner, me and Wen Han. So in So Bright 1, there was definitely a lot more time taken for me to be in front of the camera. But after that, I realized that I need to put more focus on making the show even better. So I sort of positioned myself more as a producer for season 2 instead of taking the front of the screen. And I shift my focus more in terms of make sure the set is running well, make sure the whole story flows well, make sure the welfares of the artists are taken care of, make sure that we wrap on time, make sure it doesn't blow my budget. Yeah, so it's a very different approach when you're an actor and when you are actually a producer. So for So Bright 2, I'm more of a producer.
So do you prefer acting or producing?
That's a tough question. I like both. I mean, it has different sets of challenges when you're actually performing in front of screen. Your craft is the one they have to focus on. But when you're someone that's behind the screen, there's a lot more challenges and things that you have to face. But it's a very good experience for artists like us, because once you know your craft and you know what to expect behind the scene, it's a very good compliment for me. I mean, I understand how it works in front of the camera. I know how it works behind the camera. So when we are doing certain performances, we are more aware of what we should do, basically. Yeah.
Wow, I see. That's really interesting. Wow. That's something you did this year, right? You managed to star in
Uh,
the Lighthouse 2020.
Yeah, I mean, So Bright was out last year, October 25th, but we got selected for 2 international film fests. So Lighthouse was one of it, and recently we just got another news that we got selected for Harlem as well.
Wow,
Wow.
congratulations.
Yeah, we only got the news recently, so we haven't announced it.
That's amazing.
Mm.
You know, I heard you performed this year at the Shilin Night Market,
Mm-hmm.
right? Was it the virtual one? The virtual one, right? With the
Oh, it wasn't. It was before actually the pandemic came.
Oh,
So
okay.
we did a live performance over there. Yeah.
Wow, that was cool. Were there a lot of people at the night market?
Yeah. I mean, it was in Sentosa. It was a bit hard to get, but the crowd wasn't bad. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing because I never heard of the Shilin Night Market until they came online,
Mm-hmm.
and that was quite an interesting experience for me personally. But wow, okay. I thought it was the virtual one, and I missed you
Or not.
somehow. I was like, no.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was before the pandemic
Ah,
hits us. Yeah.
So what songs did you sing during the performance?
I sang like 10 over songs if I remember correctly. So
Wow.
it was a few covers from other artists, and we did perform the songs from So Bright as well. Yeah. I mean, my favorite singers were like Zhou Xingzhe, Eric Cho, Jay Chou. Like that's during my time. I don't know whether you guys are still into Jay Chou, but yeah. Yeah.
You seem
Did a whole bunch of covers, yeah, and a few of the songs from So Bright, yeah.
I see. You seem to have a diverse musical repertoire. So what genre of music is your favorite?
Wow. If I have to choose, I mean, I would say in my blood I love hip hop, but the audience love ballads. So it's 2 totally different worlds that I have to choose in between, whether you do it for the audience or do it for myself. But if I'm doing it for myself, it'd be hip hop, rap music and hip hop.
I see.
Yeah.
We're so honored to have you here on the podcast. So do you have any words for your fans?
Do remember to tune in for Our Boys No Limit. That's coming up. Yes.
yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on this show, and thank you everyone for listening to our podcast. I think Joseph did very well. Like, he was very fluent, and yeah, I think I screwed up a bit.
No, I think Lorena, you did really good.
Thank you, Lorena and Joseph, and a very big thank you to our guest, Buns. Now, let us go to our judges to see what they have to say.
Hey Lorena and Joseph, good effort overall. Plus points for trying to keep those smiles on your faces throughout the entire video. But I was expecting a lot more. Good try though.
The small chat with the guests before the official interview is actually a very good icebreaker. I kind of like that because it's lighthearted. It feels as though you're talking to a friend and catching up. So it's not so formal per se. So I really like the feel. Well done.
Good job there, buddy. And I think you are really brave to try out a character at the start of the interview. So you had some kind of persona, casual Singaporean kind of tone over there.
Thank you, judges, for your feedback. Interviewing guests really isn't easy. You have to stay on your toes and respond appropriately. And with all the talking, it's really easy to get thirsty and want something to drink. If you're craving for ice-cold refreshments, but you're concerned about the calories, look no further because Prachi is here. We change all that with their selection of fruit teas made with all natural goodness. I don't know about you, but on some days, I just want a fresh, milky bubble tea. And for other days, I want something more refreshing, like fruit teas, for example. And Party has all of that. All the teas are made with tea leaves imported straight from Taiwan, priced specially for their aroma. Visit their stores now or order online for a sip of genuine goodness. Thirsty yet? It's time to party! If you've got your drink, it's time to sit back and relax as we continue on Voice Personality Hunt 2020 with our final contestants, Sammy and Min Yuan, who will be interviewing Rea Kami.
Hello, I'm Min Yuan.
And I'm Sammy, and welcome to
Yeah, Me Time!
Today, we will be bringing you an episode on pop culture.
That's right. We hope to bring some cheer to your third week in school with some exclusive pop culture insights. Speaking of school, how has it been for you, Sammy?
School's great, but I'm having some issues with class part. I just don't know how to speak without feeling self-conscious about myself. Maybe I should learn from some of my friends who do cosplay. They always slay with the superb costumes and they don't seem self-conscious at all.
Wow, you have friends who actually do cosplay. I've actually seen people wearing really elaborate costumes around, but I really don't know much. Could you share a little bit more?
Well, according to them, cosplay is way more than just dressing up. It's a mode of expression, a performance art, and a skill.
Wow, I never knew that. So is there actually a reason why it's called cosplay?
Cosplay is actually short for costume play, but unlike masquerades, which used to be exclusively for the elite, cosplay was created for the masses and anyone can take part in it.
Wow, so that's actually super meaningful. So beneath the elaborate costumes, there are actually real people with real things that they are actually passionate about. And I just love that. You know, we actually have such an inspirational full-time cosplayer in Singapore as well. Someone who not only does cosplay, but also advocates for causes she's passionate about.
Oh my god, are you talking about Rea Kami? My friends are huge fans of her.
That's right. Your friends aren't the only ones who love her. Rea has 3,000 followers on Twitter and 38k followers on Instagram. Just wow. So Samia, how many followers do you have on Instagram?
I have about 1k.
Oh, 1k. So that's just, about 4,000% less followers than Rea Kami. It's okay. You can just work a little bit harder, yeah?
Okay, anyways, apart from taking the cutest photos, I see that Rea also hosts workshops and attends overseas conventions. Min Yuan, could you share a bit more?
Sure thing. So Rea was the guest of honor at CosFest 2019, which was an international cosplay convention held in Singapore. And she was also present at Cosplay Mania 2019, which was a cosplay convention held in the Philippines. So recently, she actually also partnered with Studio Arcus Iris to sell her merchandise and meet her fans.
Oh my god, that's super cool. So should we just cut to the chase and invite Rea in?
Sure!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us put our hands together to welcome Rea Kami!
Yay! Hi Rea! Are you ready?
Are you ready? You can turn on video.
Yeah, okay. It seems like Ria's taking a little bit of time to come to us. That's okay. I'm sure Rea needs time to prepare and get her coolness flowing in Zoom, right?
So Min Yuan, would you ever do cosplay?
Wow, actually, I've never really thought about doing cosplay, but I've been reading up a lot for this interview actually, and I think it's actually pretty cool. But I don't really watch anime that much. Do you?
No.
Yeah, so I'm not so sure what our cosplay as or how I'm supposed to do it, where to get the costumes. Yeah, what about you? Will you actually do cosplay?
I think I would do cosplay for more characters like Mulan, but maybe not anime. Oh hi Rea!
Sorry. I think I got technical issue. Paiseh.
Okay,
It's okay.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hello. So how was your day today?
Today was good. I dragged my brother to go get a haircut, and for the first time in his 27 years of living, he did not get a $10 haircut.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How guys they don't really care, so you just go QB house something to get their haircut.
Right,
and I was like, nah, I'm bringing to a real salon. so I was like, he was too cheapskate to pay for it. Then I'm like, no, I'm gonna pay for it.
Right. Okay, that's brothers all the time, honestly.
Yeah.
So Rea, where did you actually get the name Rea Kami from?
It's actually a joke because previously my name was not Rea Kami. I went by the alias Ria Shizuka. But I think it was some kind of joke where something about a god complex. Because I think it was a hater or something that was like, wow, Ria really has a god complex. And I was like, I was still such a small cosplayer back then. So I was like, I had no idea, like, oh, so I have a Kami complex. But Kami means God. So I was like, oh, Ria Kami. Actually, it's quite catchy. Yeah. So I just slapped the name at the back of my name.
It's really actually really catchy.
Is it?
Yes, it is. I remembered it after the first time I heard it.
Yeah, it was really catchy.
Good, very good. Branding 10.
I've heard that you've done some overseas conventions. So which one is your favorite?
Mine has to be, I can't choose. This is hard. Because some of them I went out of my own pocket. So I flew to Los Angeles Anime Expo to go and meet my American friends a few years back. That was amazing. Other than the culture shock, because Americans are terrifying.
Why would you say that?
They are so extroverted. It's damn scary, you know. Like they really like, hi, nice to meet you. Like they'll go out of their way to go and talk to you, even they were strangers. So you get to learn a lot of like the social cultures that different countries have. One of my favorites actually Sabah Otafius. It was all the way in like West Malaysia. Like you have to take a plane there. So that was pretty cool. They have amazing beaches there, and the fans were the sweetest people.
That's so nice.
They were angels.
Okay, so we'll be moving on to some general cosplay questions. So with your experience as a full-time cosplayer, and you're one of like the 2 full-time cosplayers in Singapore, what are some of the misconceptions about cosplay that you'd like to dispel?
Mostly like when I tell people I cosplay for a living, they get that kind of cosplay. and usually it's like I get where the stigma comes from because that's how the mainstream sees cosplay as. Which is quite unfortunate because I'm one of the few cosplayers in Singapore that don't do not safe for work content, which is NSFW content. Yeah, because I do want to target family friendly companies and audiences, which is why I got to work with companies like Overwatch, Hasbro, and Toys R Us. Yeah, so I think it's very important to know that like a lot of cosplayers are very young, and not like it's not always that it's sexualized. It can also be for fun, and there's a lot of series out there that are very family friendly as well.
Okay, I really hope that more people will understand that about cosplaying as well.
It's super cool. It's very hard because in the ACG industry, anime comic games industry, like women and the idea of a female character is always so sexualized. But like we want to also represent characters who are like still family friendly and still like very halal, halal audiences. Yeah, it's good to expand.
Right. So we don't have a lot of time left, so perhaps you can just share a bit more about any advice you have for people who actually wish to start cosplaying. Just now you mentioned costumes and all that. Maybe you can
because I think cosplaying, to me, I see it as like a more expensive hobby, the wigs, the costumes, everything. So how do you manage all that?
First of all, make sure that you are financially responsible before you start cosplaying, because you are easily like swirled into the whole idea of like, oh, I want to buy this costume because I want to cosplay this character, and then you end up with like 10 costumes in your house. Like I have like an entire wardrobe of costumes that I can't keep up with. So you need to manage your money very well. And in terms of sourcing stuff, it's very easy. You can just go to Taobao for that, or like Easy Buy. It's very accessible for everyone to start cosplaying. And you should start with a character that you really, really like, regardless of how difficult the character is to cosplay, because I feel like that's where you put your most heart into the cosplay and most effort.
I see. So is there any memorable costumes that you've ever done before?
I did this giant costume called Strelizia from the anime Darling in the Franxx. That was probably my biggest project yet. It was 2 meters long and 1 meter wide. It was a mecha, like a whole robot. Yeah.
Oh, so is that with like a company project with someone else, or do you do it yourself?
It's a project with Eden Tech SG. They are a prop maker in Singapore. Yeah, they specialize in making props for different clients, like from USS to like Disney and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Cool. So they also do cosplay props.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So did you hear that, everyone? If you're thinking of cosplaying, you can go to Taobao or AliExpress with Easy Buy, and also be financially responsible, guys.
That's right. Ria, thank you so much for your time. I think we really learned a lot about you and about cosplay through this interview.
And don't forget to follow SMUBE's YouTube channel and Instagram page, as well as Ria's Instagram at Rea Kami.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you next time. Bye. I guess if you ask me, I don't know because everyone is very strong. I mean, I think I did okay. Certainly, areas for improvement. Like at the start, I wasn't looking at the camera. Then halfway through, I was like, oh my god, I need to look at the camera.
Oh my god, I completely forgot to look at the camera.
Yeah, but like I'm sure all the other contestants are very strong also. So I cannot say lah. It's up to fate lah.
Now that was Sammy and Min Yuan with the amazing Rea Kami. To wrap things up, let us hear from our judges.
Hey Sammy and Yuan, great job. I enjoyed watching your video. I could tell that there was good pronunciation, enunciation, and intonation, and that you both worked pretty well together.
I think you have a great intro at the start of it. So the energy is high, you kept it high, you keep the audience hyped. And also you're able to really, in the first 5 seconds, to introduce yourself and your co-host so everybody know who you are. That's important.
Not only are you adaptable, you're a team player as well. We can see that during the minor hiccup, not only do you try to improvise to make the situation work, you give airtime to your partner for her to show herself as well.
Thank you Ching Hong, Charlene and Jeremy. That's all the time we have for the semi-finals. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you think that that's the end of the semi-finals, well, it isn't. We have an exciting giveaway lined up especially for you. We actually have several portable speakers up for grabs. If you want to get some brand new speakers, you just have to follow a very few set of instructions. You have to answer a pop quiz consisting of a total of 3 questions that can be found throughout all the semi-final episodes, so you better catch all of them. The question for our pop culture episode is, which pop star burned down her home gym with candles? A. Britney Spears, B. Lady Gaga, or C. Rihanna? Once you think you have all the 3 answers, head over to our Instagram page at SMUBE to find out how you can redeem your prize. The deadline for this closes on the 12th of September 2359. If you want to find out more about VPH, you could also follow us on our Instagram page at SMUBE, or you could watch the next episode. The link to the playlist is in the description box below. Until next time, my name is Veronica from SMUBE, and I'll see you again if you pop into our next episode. Bye!